Sunday morning in Savannah. It's the Riverfront Plaza. The first thing I thought about when I came down the ramp was this would be a great place to skateboard. Denied. There's the Georgia Queen riverboat. Spoiler alert, we're not going on this today. Timing doesn't work out. It is gorgeous looking though. Savannah Sunday morning. Hardly anyone on the streets. Gorgeous. We're eating breakfast at Huey's. Huge trivia. Huey Pierce Long, flamboyant governor of the fine state of Louisiana. There's a pretty awesome variety of breakfast items at Huey's, as well as some good southern specialties. Got gumbo, beignets, got red beans and rice, shrimp creole, jambalaya. We've got an order of beignets to start with some praline sauce. How are they? Steak and eggs. And Mary has crab cake Benedict with grits and cheese. That breakfast was amazing.
I have a food baby.
We are walking up these cobblestone paths, and you can see an awful lot of stairs, especially if you want to get into the top level of those residences. And then we get back to the street, more stairs, overpass above us so that you can walk and connect to those bridges. They explained to us on the pub crawl tour last night that the cobblestones came over on ships when they were originally coming into Savannah. They needed them to balance out the weight of the ship. And when they got here and they loaded the provisions onto their ships to go back, they took the stones off and they just had a pile, so Savannah just recycled them and built their streets with them. We're heading down residential roads for the next stop on our journey on Sunday. The trees are awesome, framing the street. We've arrived at our destination, Bonaventure Cemetery. Bonaventure Cemetery was established in 1846 and was featured in the 1994 novel Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, also featured in the film by Clint Eastwood. It's the largest of the city's municipal cemeteries at 160 acres, and is also known for being haunted. We stopped at the office first. They gave us a little map, and they also gave us a historical guide, which we just donated some money for. I love the Spanish moss in the trees. We've brought the trusty EMF meter out here with us as well. There's something eerily pretty about all of these flowers that have fallen off this tree outside of the grave. I've got a bunch of cars all in one section over there. The first section that we're walking through is primarily Jewish. I know it's a cemetery, but there are just layers and layers of beauty here. It's so peaceful and quiet. We've reached one of the older sections of the cemetery. We've come up on the grave of little Gracie Watson, who died at 6 years old, 2 days before Easter. When she died, the family hired up-and-coming sculptor John Waltz to sculpt a life-size Gracie from a photograph. The rumor is that this grave is very haunted, and when toys are left here for her, if they're moved, she'll cry, perhaps tears of blood. We have some little toys that have been gathered here for her. Let's take a closer look at Gracie. I do have the EMF meter. We'll see if anything happens here. Gracie, are you here with us? Can you make the meter go to multiple lights? Anything? We can use a spirit box to see if you want to say anything. There's nobody here but us. Are you okay, Gracie? Would you like any toys? Do you appreciate people visiting you? Are you lonely? Are you mad, Gracie? Do you want more toys? Alright, from what I've seen online, it's kind of rare that there's not a ton of people here. There's cars waiting to come over here as well, so we're going to get out of here. I don't think we really picked up anything on the spirit box, but awesome grave to check out. The grave next to Gracie. Almost equally as creepy. The Gracie plot is so popular that the cemetery has their own street markers to let you know where the gravesite is. This plot containing a marker for an infant thun. This family's plot goes all the way back through the mid-1800s, with the most recent burial here in 1989. Some of the plots no longer have stones. We have 1891, 5 burials. Look at this tomb with a monument behind it. We've come up to the Lawton plot. And this is Corinne Elliott Lawton. Now the tale goes, if she approves of you or likes you, the statue will appear smiling. And if she does not approve of you, does not like you, the statue will be frowning. There is a story as to why she is buried here with the statue of her facing away from Jesus and the family plot. When Corinne was old enough, she met and fell in love with a man that was beneath her family's status, and her father did not approve. The father wanted her to marry somebody else, and when it came upon the day that she would be entering into the prearranged marriage, she took one of her father's horses right to the banks of the Savannah River and plunged in and killed herself. The family, shunning her, has her grave facing away from Jesus smiling at the back of her. And we've got the spirit box here for Corinne as well. Corinne, are you here? Corinne, are you happy? Corinne, are you mad at your father? Are you mad that your family disavows you? We didn't get any responses in the short time that we had before other folks showed up. I'd love to come back here again one day and spend more time. Here's a closer look. I can't tell. Do you think she's smiling? Or do you think that is a disapproving face? It looks smiling to me. So ghosts, no ghosts, whatever it may be, it's really nice and peaceful walking along here. The trees and landscape are just gorgeous. And it's just the two of us heading out on the road. You are able to drive around the cemetery, but we parked the car at the beginning so that we're able to stop and not block everybody. So by the way, there are professional tours that come through this cemetery, as well as pretty much like every inch of Savannah. When I was asking our tour guide last night for the Savannah haunted pub crawl about the tours, she said that there's somewhere in the range of like 400 different tours that operate within the city of Savannah, and they come and go pretty rapidly at times as well. Alright, Bonaventure Cemetery, we're getting out of here. Well, we are back from Savannah. It was a very quick 2-day trip, 1 day up, 1 day back down, but we did manage to fit a lot of stuff in to those 2 days in between driving back and forth. I do love that Savannah is close enough for a quick, overnight trip, but still feels like a completely different area to go to. It is so gorgeous. I'd love to get back there even more often. There's just so much history and so much gorgeousness with the architecture and the atmosphere. It's fantastic. So in any event, it's back to reality, back to work tomorrow. Thank you very much for coming along. Thank you very much for all of your likes, comments, and subscriptions. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Have a great night. We'll see you guys.